Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight I got a lot of stuff to do. I think I'm going to plant wheat and barley on the farm this year. I've got like a 10-year supply of silage and hay and grass. Well, this year's supply because we have our little cows over here, and they're right now they're not eating much, and so I think I can go a season or a year. I'm gonna bale and wrap all of these. And then I've got, let's see, this row. I'm going to keep this for our cows. But hey, thank you for the sub, I think. Was that the sub sound? Yes, thank you, sir. This is the, we're going to sell this one, but we're going to keep this one. That's got a lot of food. That's got like several months worth of food. And the baby cows don't eat that much. As they get bigger, they will, though. But this is probably a good 6 months supply, at least. If not a year, the big mess. So I don't think, between the two of them, I think I can get a crop in on these fields. Though, I will say that the silage is also worth money. So I don't know. Sometimes you get a lot more silage. And it's possible because it's only September. If I let it grow October and then come back in November and mow, I might have enough to get another round of silage off the field. Not as much as I will this time, but it's just hard to know what to do. And good evening, CT Focused yourself. But anyway, that's where I'm working on these right now. This will be definitely another silage run, but I was thinking, man, it'd be fun to put some other crops down. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think probably, honestly, from a financial standpoint, it's probably just cheaper to just leave it grass and continue to try to pull silage off of it, because that's making a lot of money. Well, I think it's going to make a lot of money. Technically, it should make a lot of money. Honey. But we'll find out if we're making any money. And I have, hey, what's up, Too Buzzy? I've got, I actually windrowed this for fun. I guess, I don't know if that it could be considered fun, but it was fun. Because I wanted to see if it would make the bale collection go any faster, and so far it doesn't. Obviously, no matter how you do it, you're making two passes, because either you're collecting double the rows or you're windrowing and then collecting. So either way, you're making two passes. Now, if I had a wider windrower, like a big one, that covered more than just two, then you would be saving some trips, because if you could take 3 rows or 4 rows and put them into 1 row, then you got some savings going on. But right now we don't. So I went to Nashville this weekend and hung out with my band buds. I'll tell you what, man. And shout out to Mike, because Mikey said he watches my videos occasionally, so if he's watching. He won't watch it. I'll tell him I shouted him out, then he'll watch it. It was so nice. We had so much fun. Oh my gosh. It's funny how, like, because, we spent a long time together. We were in a band for like 15 years together. And it's almost like being in the military, because you're working together, you get into stressful situations together, and you learn how to really kind of live together, because you spend, when you travel and stuff, you spend a lot of time together. Some bands are able to do it, some aren't. Obviously, you see a lot of drama and stuff. But it was a really nice time, and then we saw the bands that we liked as a band ourselves, and man, they were all just so good. But it was funny because they're getting old, like to see the guys like But most of these are Christian bands, so the guys haven't done like a lot of drinking or drugs, and so in general, they're pretty healthy. It's not like going to see like, I don't know, like the guy from Motley Crue or whatever, where they're in bad shape and they've lived like really rough lives and like they're just old and like worn out. These guys are pretty healthy still. Like they're all like Californian like health nuts. Most of them were surfers because they were all part of the grunge movement. So they came from Seattle and California primarily. So they all have that like real healthy lifestyle going on, and it's just funny to see like how good they were considering. Like they're old now. Like when you see them in person, like close up, it's like wow, these guys are old. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was so nice, Cameo. And I think, we're going to try to do it more often. Now, you always say that, but I think that we probably really will. And we may even start trying to write stuff like, what do you call it? Because, like, a lot of people do collaborations online now. So it's gotten a lot easier to write music, like, from a distance. So, like, you can collab together and work on music together, even if you're... The only downside is not being together. It's a little bit harder, but you can definitely take ideas and put them together. And the drummer's super excited. So I'm hoping that once I get into a house and get my little studio set back up, I'm going to start writing music again. And several of the guys are wanting to be part of it. So I'm excited. But it was really nice. Dano got us the condo he put us in had was about 5 miles outside of the city. It was like up on a hill and overlooked like downtown. So they had like this fire pit up on the roof, like one of those like glass propane ones, and a bunch of seats around it. We just sat up there every night and like watched the city. It was just so fun. Like it was awesome. So it was a very needed rest. And great time seeing them. Like I said, the bands were just phenomenal. I shockingly good, and shockingly like some of the songs just like really moved me. Like I'm like, man, like it's been like it's just like the heart behind the songs was really good on a lot of them, and it's just like, man, this is like almost touching. And I got to meet several of the guys, like because they're always hanging around after the shows. So I got to meet the godfather of Christian grunge. His name is Steve Heindelong. And if you're familiar with church music at all, he also like there was a project about 20 years ago called City on the Hill, and it had a lot of pretty big like even radio hits sort of like. Anyway, that he produced all that stuff, and it's really cool. It was like really neat to meet him. He was so nice. He talked to me and Dan for like 20 minutes. Like he was just like talking about like the record industry and like how he enjoyed like working with all these bands. He's in his 70s, and so he's like, I'm getting old, but man, I'm still rocking. He's like, do I look like I'm having fun? And we're like, you do look like you're having fun. He's like, I am having fun. All right, so we're done bailing. And we're going to do our wrapping. Just get this thing filled back up. I'm going to grab the... my wife ordered some Walmart, and it's dinging that it's almost here. Come on. I'm not going to clean the tractor yet because that's going to have to be cleaned anyway, but I think we're probably, we'll probably run the baler one more time this year. My thought is, at first I was thinking I'm going to replant these fields with wheat, but, I don't know. I mean, I guess we could. I don't really even have to cultivate or nothing. If it's grass, I think I can just plant right over it with the seed. Does the cedar we have do cultivation? Let's take a look real quick here. Where's my cedar? No. Crud. Okay, well, never mind. We'll just leave it grass. Boring. If the cedar cultivated and I could just do it in one pass, I would do it, but it doesn't. That's one thing we should upgrade in the next year or so, is to get a cultivator cedar, and then we can get rid of our cultivator and our cedar, and just do it all in one step. What are we getting next? What do I need? Guess we can go out and get our stuff off the fields. But yeah, Nashville was cool. But it is like we went down Broad Street, which is like the main drag on Sunday, and it was like, I mean, just there must have been 5,000 bands playing. Some of them really terrible, some of them really good. Ooh, a Kinsey. It's a cedar with a cultivator that this could pull. That's interesting. Um, it's funny, like we're all getting older, and so like Tom's like after we'd been walking around for about a half an hour, just like everywhere you go, it's so loud, and he was finally like, let's see if we can find somewhere a little quieter to hang out, because like this is just like it's cool, but I'm kind of getting overstimulated. I mean, well, usually, oh, I see what you're saying. Like, hint, hint, it may or may not. I get it. So, in other words, it does, even though it's not supposed to. I see. I see how this works. Cameo. A cheater. A cheater cedar. Alright, so pull these together. Oh, I was hoping it would pull the bales together, but it doesn't. Yeah. That's change out plates, yeah. Don't they have like in real life, like you have like planters row things, right? And then cedars just kind of spread it around on the ground. So I think they work. I think planters and cedars work differently, or maybe with planters the rows are further apart because they're for like corn and like crops that are bigger plants. Whereas wheat seeds and stuff, grass, wheat, sorghum, it's more like together. So they don't spread. Yeah, it's less. It's still rowed, but they're smaller rows. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get these loaded. For those of you watching on YouTube, you don't have to watch us do this whole thing because it takes me a while to get these all loaded up. We'll come back when I'm almost done. All right, so we're gonna move to the second part of loading. I've got the trailer once loaded, but I'm gonna have to. It looks like I'm gonna have to thrice load it, or at least twice load it, because I've got a lot of bales. That's kind of nice. I'd be shocked if I get more than I got before because I haven't done anything different. But it's looking like I might actually get more bales than the last snake. So anyway, let's pull these around here, and I have to run to the shop to get the baler. So I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead over to the shop. Does this thing have safety signals? No, so be careful. Oh, on the way to or back from Nashville this morning too, I did, in the rain of all places, like there was a harvester on the freeway, and then in front of it a huge case tractor that they were running. Or actually, it was a versatile. I'm sorry, it was. Hang on, I'll show you the tractor. I was kind of shocked. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you're able to get it. Uh, I was one of the one of the people I work with is in her 70s, and she had a husband that had MS, and so she had to help like lift him everywhere, and her back was all like messed up, and they were able to fix it, and she was actually like she's like, this is the first year that I've actually felt like in years that I felt good. It was I thought it was cool because that's I was like it was this tractor. It had double wheels though, so it was like, but yeah, it was one of these on the freeway. And I was like, and it's huge. I mean, just like it made my Ford Expedition look tiny. It's just monstrous. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna run down. Let's get to the shop. So anyway, yes, we should probably buy the X Tractor because it's let's see, it's $2,000 a rental, like 3 times a year. That's $6,000. It still would take several years for it to pay for itself, but if we look at it that way versus the leasing cost. But then again, it's going to produce probably $70,000 worth of product, so it's 10% cost. I don't know, and I don't have to maintain it or anything. So I'm not sure what the right answer is. Oh, in real life, we would have flipped. Oh, okay, because you've had it, they make you pay more, right? Okay, yeah. Right now, I have vision. I don't believe I have dental, which I need. I've got a cavity right now that's making me crazy, but cavity. But things can only get better. Do 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 do. All right, so I got 8 plus 6. So I got 14 bales off the top, right? Yeah, 8 plus 6 is 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, like 24 bales, 23 or 24, let's just say 23. And with my neighboring snake, which is the last time I mowed, I got, no, Arthur, no, oh, God. I don't know how many I got. I got some. I got something. I need something. So 14 last time. Well, no, last time it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So by windrowing, I increased it by almost double. How is that possible? That doesn't seem right, but that's what happened. So I guess windrowing, that can't be right. I'm so confused right now. Uh, yes. Are you serious? Oh, all right. I'll be back. All right. So let's go ahead and start or start wrapping these bales. Once again, this part would be a little bit better with a telehandler. I'm not like. Let's just see how much we come out. I think we're gonna have a decent amount of money at the end of the year. We got a lot of silage to sell, along with a pretty big crop, because none of the crop went to feeding the animals. So that part is all profit. Pardon me. That's for me bum.
Yeah.
That's for me bum. Me bum bum. Drop it. Hey, VH, by the way. Good to see you. Something went wrong. That's the story of my life. Arthur, what have you done? It was good, though. We got to talk about a lot of stuff, you know, that we never really had a chance to talk about years ago when we broke up, and it was just really good. I mean, a long time, years, VH. At least 10 years? It seems like, I don't know, maybe 8 years, something like that. Because Moni and I, we've been, was this our 6th anniversary? So this is our 6th anniversary. So we've been we've been together 7 years, and you were following me before I was with Simone, so it's been at least 7 years. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. All right, watch this cameo. Watch and learn. Boop. Oh, he's not. Oh, well. You can see that on the replay. See, nobody believes me. That's how I flip the bales. That is actually how I flip bales. Unless I'm using a telehandler, then I just I aim it down. But in this case, it's December 2018. Yeah, so almost, well, not so like 8 years. Yeah, right. 6 years, 8 years. Well, that's since the most recent file. Don't forget, the people change their, like, some people it doesn't have right. Like, I've seen people where it says like, oh yeah, for 6 years, and they've been around for like 15. It's like, that's not right. Yeah. Oh, the flame is okie dokie. Hear the horn, hear the birds, hear the bork, bork, bork. That's true. You have been VH trucking all along. That is true. Some people, I'm just saying. Like sometimes people change their name or whatever. And that. Oh, my wife was just saying, I hope the baby stays asleep. And now the dog is stepping on her, waking her up. The puppy loves to wake her up. He's like, play with me. Give me food. Oh, I didn't pull far enough forward. Forty, hardy, hurdy, farty, oh my God, thunder! It's a thunder. He's a thunder. The dog's thunder. Oh Lord, the anger, the baby anger. She does not like it when she's sleeping and he bothers her. She's like,
Thunder.
all right, do you want to close my door, babe? I'd like to not have extraneous background noises. You tough. No, just close the freaking door.
No.
Please? Like, is it still polite if I say please after I'm like, close the dang door, please? I've told them how wonderful you are. I tell them all the time how wonderful, beautiful, creative, gorgeous. By the way, if you are unaware, Simone has been releasing 1 million hunter videos on YouTube.
And I'm going back streaming next week.
And you're going back. She's going back to streaming next week, so she'll be back on again. She has been doing a lot of hunter videos, and she's getting some really cool like animals. So she's going after these. What do you call them? Like the great ones. Anyway, if you like the hunter, it's worth watching.
Or if you just like me.
And if you just like her, she's heavily editing them, so they are edited more than I edit my videos, which I should probably do. All right, I'm gonna keep doing this. We're gonna get the rest of these wrapped, folks. We'll be back. So I've made one silage snake. I'm gonna make a second one. I don't want it to get much longer than this, so I'm shocked at how much we got out. That's pretty sweet. And I think it had to do, like I said, I think it had to do with the windrowing. How do I dump this? Unload bales. What's the joystick command? Let's see. Stop engine. Unload bales. Right joystick. Left joystick. Yeah. Look at the big barrel snake. Yeah. It's a snaky barrel. So we need to go get some more. Yeah, I really do like this extra. Once again, this is one of those, and when the Anderson DLC came out, I've used these pretty much since they came out in the DLC like years ago. I really like this. I don't know if anybody else uses them, but I do like these. Yeah, she probably did that like multiple times, right?
What?
Got mad at me about something and unfollowed, and then followed back again. I can see you doing that for sure.
Wow.
No, like being, haha, I unfollowed. I need to give this a little more space because.
Yeah, it wouldn't actually surprise me if I'd done that either.
Right? See, she even knows. She's like, yeah, I guess. I suppose you're right. Okay.
I remember you unfollowed me one night when I was pregnant because you were being a dick.
What? Watch him. No, you don't have to swear.
Dick is not a swear word.
It's not appropriate.
It's not a swear word.
Please. All right, let's get these collected. I'll be back. For those of you watching on YouTube, we'll be back in a few short moments. Few seconds, actually. I have finished baling. The X tractor is finished. And been of great service to us, honestly. That is, that's why I got it. All right. Are you willing to close my door now? Please. I don't. All right, all done with the forklift. And we're pretty much done with the X tractor. Was it left joystick? Yeah. It's the Anderson. So once again, just a cool tool. I don't know if anyone else ever uses it, but I really enjoy this thing. I think it's a great baler or wrapper. I like using it better than the other wrappers. For whatever reason, I don't know. And I guess maybe because we see, like, that's what they do in Ohio. So. Monkey see, monkey do, I guess. Put this around this way. All right, let's take the X tractor back to the shop. And I think that's all we have to do for today. Wait, no, I need to plant. Oh, yeah. I got many chores left. Okay. I'm going to be shopping a little for next year. I'm not buying anything right now, but I think we're going to have lots of money. We're going to have lots of money. So I think maybe next year would be a good year to return this. To upgrade the seeder. If I can get rid of the seeder, or get the seeder that cultivates, then I can also get rid of the cultivator. let's walk into the shop and see what they have for a sale. So we were looking at planters earlier. Let's look at them again. Oh God, I can never find anything on this new freaking menu. It's supposed to make more sense, but to me, I just get lost. All right, so we have right now the Great Plains. This one,
What are you doing?
let's see.
Pull it down.
We'd be going from 4.6 down to 4. I don't like that. Oh, I should probably look at my garage and see what my tractor has as far as power. So we have the John Deere. What is my... I have 234 horsepower. 230. Just remember 230. And I need to go back up to the Cedars. So we have this guy. Let's see. This does not cultivate. This is part of a front back. That's 300. 240. Oh, that's expensive. I think they're just going to go up, up, up. Oh. No, but we got mods, though. So those look 180. That does not cultivate.
What light on?
And so it looks like the only way we can really go to get one that cultivates. Let's see, this horse. Now that might work. This is 6 meters, and it also cultivates. That is that correct? Is that the price is very expensive? But let's see, this one's 3 meters. I don't want to go down in size. I'd like to go up. But then again, you're saving trips. So instead of I mean, this one could work also, the Agromaz. But I don't think we have these in America either. That's the other caveat. So this is a good fit because it matches both we get a bigger size, but it also is 30 horsepower under our requirement. That's a nice cedar. And so I can't buy it now, obviously, but maybe for next year, we can look at this, and that would be a good buy. Does this also do fertilizer? It does. So we can also do fertilizer with it. That's nice. Okay. So that's what I wanted to look at while I was here. That's probably what I'm going to try to get there. Only 87. I mean, yeah, I could, if you send it to me via Discord, and we'll take a look at it. Cameo might have a used cedar that I can buy from him. little role play there. All right, we'll be back, folks. Yep. So I'm gonna wash this guy up. Actually, I'm not gonna wash him yet. We got more work to do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this thing can almost definitely pull this. Dogs are not being good tonight. Okay, so we're going to put down, I think I said barley, because I haven't done barley in a while. Okay, that's fine. Then send it to, yeah, I mean, still do Discord, but just send it to me directly. So somebody tell me if I'm doing something ridiculous with this, because I think this should be fine. The one thing we do need to do, though, is turn on our... no, we don't. Because you wouldn't have GPS in real life with this. Open face tractor. Oh, we're struggling. Oh, Lord. No, that ain't going to work. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. You get your tractor. Pull that thing. All right, so we need to get the deer out for this. Well, we tried. I thought, oh yeah, this will be big enough, but apparently it was not. Now, we might be able to roll with that, but oh, shoot. I thought the lights were off. All right, let's grab the JD tractor.
Stop.
My John Deere. Do 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 Woo! Yeah. So in this case, we can employ the GPS because I do have GPS in this tractor. Yeah. You're fine. No, you do as the modder says, not as the modder does. Okay, we're gonna turn this on, and I want the steering assist. Yes. And I only do I want two? I just want one. I only need one headland. Yeah. Right, steering assist. Okay, back her up. Turn the headlands on and lower it down and off we go. I thought that other one wouldn't have trouble, but man, it did. It's a surprisingly heavy seeder considering it doesn't cultivate. Tell you what, the Great Plains is not a bad seeder. I guess the only reason I want to get rid of it is so I can do straight cultivation in one pass. Me being lazy. It did spin easy. Well, it's a two-wheel drive, you know. Hold on. Tractor needs a little heavier butt. The one thing I will say, watching tractors working in real life, one thing that a farm sim kind of misses is the dust and dirt. They've added a little bit to the harvester, actually a lot to the harvester, but when you watch them around here, man, there's just like a trail of dust that goes a mile high into the sky, especially when they're cultivating and plowing. Like the dirt just flies everywhere. Like it goes way, way up. You can see them from a mile away. This game doesn't have any dirt going up at all with these little seeders and cultivators. They're like a little, there's a little bit, but it's like 20 times that much in real life. I guess it depends on if the ground's wet or not, but at least from what I've seen, it always looks to me like they're much, they throw dirt much higher than that. I love that D-shaped field. It just takes, like the whole thing's done now. Could you do a long curve around the outside? Maybe I should have done more than one headland, but oh well. Alright, so if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and get this done. It's going to take a little while, so... And then we'll have to head over and do the other field. But we'll be all set for next year. So we are, if you're watching on YouTube, we are finishing up this field. That should do it for this episode. I got one more field to do. It is, oh God, come on. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I would imagine before sunset, I'll be done with the other field. I'll probably film that in the next episode. But we're getting close to the end of the season here. And it'll be time to fly through winter and see what kind of money we make off the silage that I've collected, and then also the oat harvest. I'm expecting somewhere around $100,000 to $150,000 total, and then I'm looking at, I think we'll sell this seeder and buy and sell the cultivator and buy a larger seeder cultivator combo, which will help life go a little faster, less wear and tear on the tractor, and faster planning. Don't have to go over the field twice. We can just do it one pass. There you go. But I do need to roll the fields too. I would like to roll them today. So once I get them planted, I'm going to come back out and roll it. So we actually have several quote unquote in-game hours of work to do because I need to roll these too. Rolling goes pretty fast because I have a wide roller, but it needs to be done. So, and then I would say probably next month we'll have to do the weeding, unless it waits until spring for the weeds to grow. So, and with that, we have the field done. Let's raise her up and get out and say goodnight. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun planting the field today, and we got all of our bales, 24 silage bales off the grass field this time because I used the windrower. I think maybe that's broken because the other times it's only been like 14 bales, but with the windrower, it almost doubled how much we collected. Unless the windrower really does do a good job of pulling extra stuff off that you don't get if you just do it after mowing. So maybe the windrower has some pull and it gets more grass collected, like I said, because it's all the stuff that's spread out too. It's interesting. We got a lot more. I'm just kind of surprised that we got that much more, but that's going to bring us in a lot of money. 25 bales times, I think probably, I think they're about 2,000 or 3,000 a bale. I mean, so we're going to bring in like probably 60 to 70,000 bucks, maybe more. I got to transport all that though. Maybe I'll rent a bale picker upper. Yeah, so we have some equipment needs that we're going to need in the next couple of years, but it's going well and we're making money. We're not losing money anymore, so that's good. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's episode / stream. I definitely had fun making it. If you really want to support the channel, please buy me a coffee. That keeps our bills paid pretty much, and helps us upgrade equipment as we need it and buy new cables when they break. And obviously I'm in like I said, a situation where I have to tear down stuff and put it up every night, and it does wear stuff out quicker. So anyway, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. If you do subscribe, click the bell so that you know when I'm actually releasing videos. And we will see you guys tomorrow night for Snow Runner. Bye, everybody. Good night.